It's an organic farming conference. Most of you are organic farmers. I wonder how many of you know of the origins of the modern contemporary organic farming movement. So in 1905, the British sent to India an imperial economic botanist. They didn't have a discipline called agriculture in those days. It was economic botany on how to make money out of agriculture and agricultural commodities. After all, the first empire was an empire of cotton. And that's where the idea of growing just one commodity started. The empire of cotton needed this land colonized and the land taken away from indigenous people. It needed people captured in Africa to be brought here as slaves to work in the cotton fields. It needed India to be enslaved so that we could not grow our own food to feed ourselves. That was the period of the great famines. We lost 60 million people to famines by the extractive economy of the empire, beginning with the East India Company. We were forced to grow indigo for the cotton empire while the farmers starved. In that period of 1905, Howard is sent to us to make the empire stronger. And he arrives in Bihar, which is exactly the state where the indigo cultivation was creating a slavery system. But in areas where indigo wasn't grown, which is where he arrived in Pusa, he finds the soils are fertile and there's no pest damage to the crops. And he says, I can do no better than make the Indian peasant and the pest my professor, to learn what good farming is. He studied under the insects and the Indian peasants and wrote a book called The Agricultural Testament, which has been published in this country by Rodale, by Soil Association in UK, and we have editions in India. But it was one last remaining copy that I found in the library while doing my work on the Green Revolution that gave me these principles. He says in India, they farm like nature. The farming is as perennial as that of the forest and the ocean because of diversity and the law of return, of giving back, of constantly giving back. That's what in contemporary language is now being called the circular economy. In ecological systems, it's maintaining the ecosystems through maintaining the nutrient cycles and maintaining the water cycles. If you maintain those two cycles, we'll be fine. Even climate change is a rupture of the nutrient cycle.